Alright, what's up guys? So, WBPTV2 has uploaded a video titled The Real Reason Why the Martin Spinoff Never Happened. Yeah, so cause I got into Martin late. Like when I had started watching Martin, I think I was like just starting elementary. So yeah, I didn't really know too much about it. Like by then like the show had already ended and stuff. And nah, man, I was like, bro, it was a good show. Like I'm telling you, like that's something I always say. And there's nothing wrong with like the aftermath of when Martin and Gina got married, but it just seemed like that time frame of when they wasn't married, that was like peak Martin. Okay, so nah, man, Martin, I think will always go down in history as one of those shows you grew up watching, So, but anyways, if you guys haven't, make sure you go subscribe to WBPTV2 for more videos like this. And then that being said, let's get into this
Martin might be
video.
considered one of the finest sitcoms of the 90s
Oh yeah,
because of its outstanding cast and amusing roles
perfect
played by
cast.
Martin Lawrence.
Stop the madness!
During Martin's last season, cracks began to appear, forcing one cast member to depart from the show and another to almost land her own TV show.
Oh my goodness.
Nevertheless,
I think a Pam TV show would have been good. Cause they did do an episode where it was like all about Pam, and I would have watched that. Like if they would have been one of those shows where they went and did like a whole sign off point on it. I'm like, bro, it's like you mean to tell me it took like years later for her to get a land a role on Everybody Hates Chris, and it's still like if they had just been a show just about her, I would have supported it. Because it wasn't, I felt that Pam, she could have brought that same, no, she did. It was a lot of times like it was like you look forward to seeing Pam in an episode. So
today's video
she never, look, that's something where Tashina Arnold, it's like, nah, she deserves her flowers because there was never a time on a Martin episode when she disappointed. Never.
isn't about Martin, but it's about the spinoff that almost happened. Before we get started in today's video, let's be sure to leave a like on today's video, subscribe to the channel, and push that notification bell to be sure you won't miss out on any more uploads. Now without further ado, let's cue that intro.
Intro is peaceful.
Martin, as one of Fox's flagship shows, provided numerous laughs in many homes.
I'm scared.
Martin's fifth season aired in the fall of 1996 with an average audience of little more than 6 million viewers. It doesn't seem so awful until you consider that the show once averaged 11 million viewers.
Oh my goodness.
Martin was still bringing in big numbers until around the fourth season. Personally, I can binge watch Martin from season 1 to season 5 and laugh like it's my first time seeing it.
Yeah.
The network showing the show on different nights, such as Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, had caused the show ratings to plummet significantly, leaving fans wondering when new episodes will air. During the fifth season,
Yeah, I don't like that with TV shows. I'm like, just need to keep a TV show on one day only. When they start switching, that's when I be losing interest in some shows. When they're like, oh, we're not switching it to this day. And I'm like, bro, keep it on a day. Stop changing it. I'm like, just keep it on that day. So I'm like, man, it was like they do stuff like that. I'm like, bro, I don't know when the show coming on. I don't know when it's going off. I don't know what channel. I'm like, bro, I'm like, forget it, bro.
tensions between Martin and co-star Tisha Campbell began to boil. Campbell left the show due to disorderly conduct and had launched a lawsuit against Martin and the show producers.
You know, right before Tisha left the set because she had to. It got to that point.
Now that Campbell is gone, the writers of the show were scrambling to explain to the audience why Gina is missing or why she is constantly kept off screen with Martin. It all started
And that's another thing where it's like, I don't think it would have worked if they was like, oh, well, let's, put like a Aunt Viv type thing and, do a little switch around. Nah, like Tisha Campbell, she was meant for the Gina role. Like that's something that, yeah, that's another thing I'll argue with. I'm like, I don't think there was no other actress at the time where it's like, you don't watch the show so many different times. It's like you get like grow more to be like, there isn't no other Gina. Like, no, Tisha Campbell, she's Gina for life.
Episode going overboard when Martin, Pam, Cole, and Tommy went on a cruise and Gina had missed the boat.
Yeah.
That is Gina. What?
It was funny though. That was a funny
With
episode.
Campbell gone, producers
two
turned their
episodes.
attention to the supporting cast, which included Pamela James, Gina's best friend, a constant stick in Martin's back. As season 5 progressed, more episodes began to focus on Pam. In fact, they wrote an entire episode dedicated around Pam. During this 5th season, Martin aired a retroactive backdoor pilot. What exactly is a retroactive backdoor pilot? Basically, it's a technique for television to introduce a new show within a normal episode of a series. For an example, the Girlfriends episode that introduced us to the characters of the game.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Derwin Davis, wide receiver.
I thought those are 2 separate shows. I didn't know they were
The
like
episode in question
collab
is
shows.
going for mine. This isn't just any average episode, as it may appear, but it's the pilot to a potential Pam spinoff. Despite the show low ratings, network executives and producers wanted to develop a Martin spinoff, and Pam was the obvious choice. I'm sure you're wondering why Pam. Pam was a fan favorite on the
Yeah.
show back
Oh,
in the
yeah.
early 90s, so it only seemed logical to create a show focused on the most popular character after Martin and Gina. The episode opened up with Pam learning that she had been fired from her longtime job. She eventually spends the
Yep.
rest of the episode trying to get the opening A&R position at Keep It Real Records. Pam saw an opportunity when she discovered that her assistant, Dante, could sing, which was played by Tyrese Gibson.
Yup.
By the end of the episode, Pam landed the A&R job, and we was left in hopes to wonder what's to come. The show was set to have a supporting cast of Dondre Whitfield, Genevieve Oy, Anthony Johnson, Phil Morris, and possibly Tyrese. This would have introduced several characters into the Martin universe. So now, that leaves us with this question. Why the show never aired?
I know.
Tashina Arnold said in a 2017 interview, network changed their minds all the time. And they changed their mind. There's a lot of great shows, and there's a lot of great pilots that was never picked up. Back then, it was like, oh yeah, this is great. It would be a no-brainer, but you know, that's how fickle the industry is.
That's
You
crazy.
never know. There's no
But no, I can't. Like, the thing is this. That's crazy because I'm like, you guys, that could have been another big show and stuff, just with all the different talents that could have been brought to the show and things. And just, like, I'm sitting down thinking of like what the like Pam show would have been, and it's like, bro, that literally could have been like the comedy version of Empire, you know, just with all the musical talents that could come to that show. And then on top of that, you got Tashina Arnold where she's singing, and I'm saying like that could have. Bro, yeah, I'm Fox. You guys messed up. Like, y'all messed up on that one. But no, that's something that where it's like there's shows that I have watched throughout the years where they just randomly get canceled. And no, that's on some like actual factual stuff where it's like, no, the like Hollywood industry, they don't know what they be wanting at times. Like, oh yeah, this seems good on paper. Then they turn it into a show. It might get like 1 million, 2 million views or something, but it's like, bro, like just support it, promote it on places, get people involved, you know, do things. Cause I'm saying my thing is this: if I create a show, I'm standing by that show. If I don't like that show, I'm not gonna go through with like the creation process of that show. So I think that's how it should be. But anyway,
specific reason that I was given as to why it wasn't picked up, but it's just one of those things. It could have been anything. Could have been budget. It could have been that changing the lineup. Could have been anything. The show was going to be called
What would
Going
the
for
budget
Mine,
would have
and they
been?
even had an intro created. Now, I will warn you, this video is very quite grainy, but it really goes to show how serious they was about launching this show.
I didn't know they had an intro.
I got so much work to do. Work. Got work to do. So much
It's like they messed this up. At least I ain't gotta worry about copyrights. Like, that is grainy.
Sheena
Dang.
made her way back into the
It's like it just transitioned right back into that. Was wow. That was crazy.
owns with guest appearance and roles on television series such as The Jamie Foxx Show, Pacific Blue, The Norm Show, and One on One, to mention a few. She finally landed a lead role which she desired in 2005 when she would portray
Yup.
Rochelle in Everybody Hates Chris. Despite how things may seem, Tashina did reunite on screen with Martin in films like Big Mama House and The Wild Hogs. What are your thoughts? Would you watch a Pam spinoff?
Of
Let me know in the
course.
comments below. If you like what you saw, then don't forget to leave a like on the video,
I like the
subscribe to the channel, and push that notification bell to stay up to date. And until then, I'll see you on the next one.
Yeah, it's like a Pam show, bro. Like I said, it could have been like the original Empire, where it's like they invite all these talents in, whether it's rapping, singing, and then it's like they come out with soundtracks like at the end. That could have worked. All right, like no, this would have been like if I was behind the Pam show. I'm like, no, this is what we would have done. I'm like, we would have had it where. Whether it was they were writing songs but I felt like that might have been too much. So it's like, it's just whatever you guys can come up with. And I'm like, then yeah, let's just have it where it's like towards the end of the year or at some point in time we end up releasing like a Pam Pam show soundtrack where it just be all the songs like the intro, the like remixes, like where other people they get involved, they add a verse, like yeah, and that's it's like, but my thing is this, I would have went through with that show. I would have been and I'm saying it's like we're talking like 90s music or even like the early 2000s. It's like that show, my thing is this, okay, if Martin ended in 96, that show could have went on maybe like, all right, so let's say like 10-year period. All of the talents from 96 all the way up until 2006, bro, that could have been something special, all right? So, yeah, Fox messed up on that one. Just for them to eventually end up, yeah, I mean, they did have Empire and stuff, but yeah, it's like, bro, they could have went somewhere with that show, man. They really could have. And I'm like, that's something, it's just, I mean, they still could do it. I would support it and stuff. I mean, well, then again, I'm like, yeah, because I know everybody's all like, they should do a Martin reunion stuff, but I'm like, I know with the passing of Tommy and stuff. And then also, Nipsey, he, I think I had read somewhere that Nipsey from Martin, he had passed away. So it's like, some of the cast members, I know they wouldn't be able to, come back, of course, but yeah, I think, let me look it up real quick. Yup. Yeah, they was all like, he passed away this year, actually. I was like, dang, I remember when I saw that. I was like, bro, because it was like, no, I was like, I didn't really know. Then when I was like, oh, wait a second, that was Nipsey and things. So I'm like, but my thing is this, like, so because Tommy was like a big part, so it's like, I guess like if they don't do it, then they don't. But I'm like, I feel that there's still time, so it's like, no, Fox, whoever, I'm like, no, that's something that I'm like, it can be achieved, so... Anyways, but no, I think she got Tashina Arnold. She got a TV show with Cedric and things. I think that show, I think it's still going on. Hold on for a second. Tashina Arnold. Right. Here's the Neighborhood. Yeah, that show. It's still a thing. I need to sit down and watch that show. Dang, she's done a lot. So, but is it like on it's on its fifth season? Dang, fifth season. That's good. That's good. There's like for a sixth season. Okay, I see you. So, but anyways, no, that was a pretty good video though. Hold on for a second. Let me find that. Yeah, so make sure if you guys haven't, go subscribe to WBPTV2 for more videos like this. Like, subscribe to me too, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.